Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 8:50 a.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, August 18th. So, just really looking at what we've done. We were consolidating for oh, almost 2 weeks, basically between 43 50 and 44.15, right? So yesterday, right, we come back down. We tested the top of where we were consolidating before and responded. So today will be more of a tell to see, if that's all that's needed to satisfy the bull gods above, or if we are just going to consolidate in this range a little bit longer. So basically, the tops of this consolidation area are really what you need to watch, and then basically you just come back down into the tops of the previous consolidation area, which is around 43.75, 43.80, which is also the bottom area of that previous consolidation. So I think if we do have weakness again today, or even in the near future, the first time we come down around this 43.75, 43.80, I think that's all you're going to get, to be honest with you. So today it'll be more of a tell on, do you want to, go back above and trade above 44.30 and head back up towards 50, 75, and 90, or do you want to, go back below 30 to 15, 10, and possibly 43.90 to 80. That's, basically think about it in 10 or 15 point chunks. Looking at the Russell for this, since it's been reconstituted, the low was right around 2100. We've got up to 2250 basically several times and failed from there. Come back down through the 2200 area and now holding below this 2185. So for the upside potential, right, getting back above 2185 and then basically 2200, 2215. That's the stair step up, and then 2229. To the downside, I'm not going to add any other levels on here, to be honest with you. This 2160 area is really what I'm looking at. I'm sure there'll be many traders watching yesterday's previous low too, but then we can just see if we retest down near 2100 again, if it does get weaker. I don't think it's going to get all that exciting today, so I would look for this 2160 area probably to be near the bottom and just rotate between there and potentially 2200 with a test over 2185 today. Looking at the ES, we just beat that up. So let's go on to the NASDAQ. So on the NASDAQ, if you go back and look at a chart, and if you can't see July 27th, that's the date that I want you to look at, is July 27th. That date had a large range. Basically, with minor exceptions, we've been trading in that range from July 27th ever since it traded the first time. So as we're consolidating sideways, the bottom end of that range is right around 14,785. That's is the bottom of the range. You have a little bit of a stop at 14,853 before that, and right now we're loosely holding these 14,965. So I still like these ranges that we're in, and you can see that every time we've hit this, right, we've sold off a little bit harder, hit it, sold off a little bit harder, hit it, sold off a little bit harder. So I think the market wants to work its way down until it starts looking at these support resistance lines as support after it pierces above them. They are starting to look like resistance while breaking down below. So until you get back over 15,060 to 15,110, right, it's more of a sell the rip kind of a market for the NASDAQ. Looking at the Dow, we've made our way back to 35,050 yesterday, and now we're back above 35,110 basically. So, and you can see the overnight lows so far are just this consolidation from this 2-day period from August 10th and August 11th here. That's what we're holding. I would say that's pretty weak support, to be honest with you. So let's see. I think at the bottom end, right, the real tell for the Dow will be if it holds 34,942 or not. If it goes low, a little bit lower. So all this is kind of like support. This is really where you start getting into support is below this 942, right? It could lead you down to the bottom end of that previous consolidation, which would be 34,744. I would think on a first glance, right, that it doesn't just flash through this area, but you have to be aware that that is a distinct possibility. Looking at the overnight action, 16 and a quarter points were all contained inside the value area, right, where value area high is a lid. And remember, we do have those single prints left from Monday's action. That's basically from 44.53 up to 44.64. So from 53 to 64, right, that's your resistance, which is right around yesterday's high. So below yesterday's high, right, or above Monday's single prints is really what you want to be looking for. And I think, there's a possibility that we just, retest these lows, maybe even punch a little bit through them again, and that would be about a 20-point punch if it doesn't hold through yesterday's lows. So if they do hold, again, you should always start off today thinking today could be an inside day after we've had some range expansion, some ugly action, right? So inside's going to look more like 44.22 to 44.50, right? That's going to be your inside day for the ES. Looking at all the action, this is the aforementioned Russell, right? So I've got on my chart showing down towards 2100 because that is the previous low if it really wants to go down low and test, right? Otherwise, it can go inside as well. So inside for it's going to be just 2160 to 2175. So we'd be at the top of that range, breaking out above the overnight high, and also the swing high is going to be start more action going up higher in those 15-point chunks basically. So I hope this helps. Let's look at the before I part ways, for the Dow, since it has a similar action, from 35,350 basically to 34,460. That's its area from 350 to 460. That's its area of resistance above yesterday's high, and you can see it's got some chunks it could work through at different times in there as well before it hits those areas. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Remember, FOMC at 2. Think about this as a day where you are either before 2 o'clock or after 2 o'clock. If there's nothing new released in the minutes, it'll be a total snooze fest, but you have to respect the fact that someone might have a verb or a noun that no one's heard of that's released in those minutes, and it could really upset the market. Later.